It's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 at home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know it's your boy B-High, radio shouty, man, stepping in the building. I got my east side partner in this thing, Scotty Atl. What's good with it, my dog?
What's happening, man?
Oh, man, feeling good, feeling great. I mean, I know you just coming off of this Cooligan Fest, man.
Yes.
Tell me about it. I mean, surprise guest. I mean, just a straight-up A-Town festival. I mean, what was really good with it?
Man, you know, I was so, man, proud of, you know, my team.
Yeah.
And proud of myself, man, for doing that event. Like, it was definitely, man, like a great experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be able to do something, man, like, you know, having y'all involved, 107.9, Beer and Taco, live mixtapes. And it's just something that, you know, I just came up with the idea one day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be dope, man, to me, like, to be able to just come up with ideas and just see it all the way walked out.
Exactly.
So it was dope, man. It was super dope. Nice crowd. We did a DJ appreciation early in the day, you know what I'm saying? So we did something for the DJ just to give back.
Exactly.
The festival was dope, man. It was straight, man.
I mean, what was it like having the likes of Big Gift in the building, man? I mean, tell me about that. The OG himself.
Man, it was dope, man. You know, Gil come through, man. He put on a great show.
Yeah.
He bring the energy like Gil went on. When Gil went on, man, he had so many people following him. You know what I mean? Off the stage, just to holler at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of respect for Gil, man. Like, we really family. Like, outside of the music, we talk on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Just about family and, you know what I mean, how to survive in the music game and things he done been through. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, but Scotty, you got to go ahead and come clean, man. You got to drop some of them jewels for the people. I mean, what are you getting from the OG?
Man, you know, it's a lot of times, like, you know, I'm telling him about some of the struggles, you know what I'm saying, in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? And that's everything from, you know, trying to find out, like, man, how was it for you and Goody Mob, you know, coming up? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of my path have been like their path in terms of their music when they first did it wasn't really the popular style, but they made it not only popular, but then they set the trend.
Ooh.
So, you know, like, I'm just learning different stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm learning, like, how to be famous. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning, like, you know, just really, you know, how to move and, you know what I mean, make certain decisions, you know? I'm learning a lot, man.
I mean, one of the things that I do see that you do is that you stay true to yourself and what you stand for.
Yeah.
How hard is that? Because a lot of times you get in the game and you'll see that working over there. And you'll be thinking to yourself, you know what, I think I might need to be doing that.
Right.
Talk to me.
Man, that's, I was just thinking about that, like, yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the things that it gets tough at times, you know what I'm saying? Because you see so many people striking gold, but they don't keep the gold that long. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to, like, motivate yourself and encourage yourself, man, and really just pray and ask God to help you get through it and see it all the way through. Cause this my partner told me the other day. It really tripped me out, right? Like, in my mind, you know, you get famous before you get rich. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, when I'm out in the streets now, more people know who I am. You know what I'm saying? More people want to take pictures and do records or get autograph, whatever. But again, like, I ain't super rich like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I don't understand it all the time. But my partner was like, bro, he said, you gotta think about it, man. When you growing up and you seen T.I. and kids like Outkast, you ain't really know what they had going on. All you know is you seen them on MTV, you seen them on BET, you heard them on the radio. So get what? He like, man, you in the same position. Folks see you on TV. Folks hear you on the radio.
Talk to me.
That's all they know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, stuff like that. I'm just learning. I'm learning how to, you know, deal with. I'm learning, you know, with people just coming up to you, talking at times. You know? It's adjustment, man.
Exactly, because sometimes folks might come up to you and talk to you, and when you used to folks calling you your government in the street, and then they see you and they calling you by your alien, you're like, hey, wait a minute, do I know you? Then you think, because you know you coming from the street, you thinking, I don't know you, what you doing? You know, so then you got to break down and say, oh man, you know me from that, so I got to rock with you. I appreciate you. Now, speaking of that though, man, I mean that Cloud9 tune. How did that jump come together, and how do you feel about the success that you done got off that?
Man, that's been so dope, man. Like, first of all, working with Toon a real dude, you know, outside the music. Like, that's one common thread with me. Like when I'm working with people, anything I'm doing, I'm always trying to keep people, you know, in my circle that got the same vibe and the same like, you know, heart and spirit mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like Toon, one of them dudes, he gonna keep it real with you whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, working with him is just a blessing, and what he's done, you know what I mean, for Atlanta, and with Tilt, you know what I mean, and with all the other stuff he done too. You know what I'm saying? So that's just dope in itself. And now like I'm with him more on the day to day, you know what I'm saying? Like me and him work a lot, and he, you know, more looking over my shoulder, just like I want to just be in your corner helping out.
Exactly.
But the record been doing good, man. You know, it's spinning on the radio, it's spinning on satellite.
How do you feel getting that rotation like that, though, Scotty? Because a lot of times you can have that online presence and that thing will be strong. But then when you get that terrestrial and that national radio involved with that thing, it kind of takes it to another level with it.
Right.
How do you feel experiencing that now?
It's dope. I mean, like, you know, man, it's a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? You want to be on the radio, so now it's like, wow, like I got a song on the radio. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's hard to explain, but it's just dope, man, just to be in this position, knowing how hard, you know what I mean, I work to get here, you know what I'm saying, and just to see it on the radio and doing good, it's a blessing.
I mean, other milestones, getting songs like with Grip and Grain. You got 8 Ball on that thing, man. I mean, Big Crit, y'all been rocking for a minute. But how do you feel when you get on the song with a legend like Ball, man?
Man, it's again, man. Like I don't want to keep saying it like that, but it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I grew up listening to these cats. You know what I'm saying? 8 Ball, MJG, UGK. You know what I'm saying? Corey Mo produced the beat. You know what I mean? He's UGK alumni. It's like I'm being positioned to be exactly what I feel like I want to be as an artist. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be remembered as like a legend and as a guy that really had an impact on the game. And that's a bold statement, you know what I mean, to me. I know sometimes people might look at him like, how he think he gonna be a legend, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's just my destiny, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what God put me here to do. And being on songs with people like 8 Ball and Crit, it's opening of the door, you know what I mean, for people to see it. It's one thing to say it. But it's like, man, you standing next to 8 Ball, your name next to 8 Ball and Crit on the song, and you snapping equally as hard as these guys. Co-signed by DJ Scream. Yeah. It ain't getting no better than that. I mean, I sit back and I look at the grind too, man, because I done seen the growth. You see what I'm saying? When and it's organic. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll see folks that just go bam, but like sometimes you'll peak and, you know, hit the ground just as hard as you hit the sky. You see what I'm saying? But then you got folks with that trajectory just going straight to the roof with it too. How do you feel not compromising with your whole movement? Man, that's the struggle. You know what I'm saying? That's the everyday struggle. Is constantly having to, you know, cross your T's and dot your I's every day. Whether it's an image that goes out, a flyer that goes out, a song, a video. You know, nowadays as an artist, you got to be more than just an artist. You got to be a good business person. And so, like, I'm just constantly working, constantly, you know, pushing the envelope, constantly, you know, on the phone and just making sure the brand is intact. And just making sure, man, I don't compromise on no levels. Like, now, you know, with songs like Cloud9 being on the radio, it gives me more confidence to know, okay, you doing the right thing. Because Cloud9, you know, normally cats got to go outside the city and work themselves back in. But Cloud9 built this buzz in the city.
But you was working hard as hell in the city though too, Scotty. So I mean, it really ain't had no trouble but to bubble in the city. Because you saw Scotty here, you saw Scotty there, Scotty on my show, Scotty on the Dirty Boys show, Scotty on everybody's show working that record. So I mean, it had no trouble but to bubble too. And that's a beautiful thing. I mean, how do you describe your work ethic and what's a day like for you? Man, a day like for me is crazy. Like, I'm normally up, man. I'm doing emails, I'm making phone calls, I'm sending texts. Like, just today, I got a new video that's supposed to come out this week. So I'm on the phone, you know, making sure we getting that squared away. I got a new record with B.o.B that's coming out this week. So we trying to make sure the mix and the master is right. I think I heard that record. You talking about that Busted Open, ain't you? That Busted Open. I mean, from what I understand, they got the strip clubs going crazy, those Scotty. I mean, tell me about that right there, boy. Man, listen, man. Folks was in the club, turned, like, we talking about regular folks, just in the club, turned up, man. I'm talking about dancing, like,
this was their favorite song. And it's one of them songs like when you hear it off the first listen, you know it by the end.
Exactly.
So man, it's crazy just seeing the response. I really think it's gonna be a big record.
Yeah.
For real.
I can definitely do that. I can see it going there though, because I mean I was jamming to it earlier, and I was feeling that thing.
Right.
But speaking of working with B.o.B, man, I mean, how did that relationship come about?
Me and Playboy Trey been kicking it for a minute since like the Jiffy Cornbread Experience project I put out.
That's right.
He was on the record with me, Young Dro with S.L. John called Too Cool. And so Playboy Trey, you know, that's B.o.B like right hand man. You know what I mean? So he had been letting them listen to my music, I guess off and on, you know, just when they out on the road. I had no idea. But when I met Bob for the first time at his listening party, he was like, "Oh, you Scotty." He like, "Man, we got to do one, you know what I mean, for the east side." So we linked up, did it, and we've been pretty much rocking ever since, man.
Dealing with that though, I mean, how you maintaining your humbleness, your humility, better word, during this time? Because a lot of folks, I done seen some folk come through this thing, Scotty. They might have had a slick little bit of a hit. And their head was like this here, man. That's how they felt. You see what I'm saying? Some folk come in this thing with a slick little bit of a hit, and they think they Michael Jackson. What has helped you to stay so humble the whole time, man?
Man, you know, at times, man, I feel like maybe I should be a little bit more cocky. But at the same time, this what I had to understand, man. This what I feel like has helped me get to where I'm at now. I really believe that it's all God blessing me, bro. So it's like whenever something happen for me, I just thank him. I don't really look at it like it's me. You know, because from my understanding, it's like pride come before the fall. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always try to keep in my mind like, okay, don't never get to the point where you feel like you doing all this. And that's what's gonna keep you being able to make the moves like that. That's it. That's it for me.
How many times along this road though, Scotty, because people need to hear this, have you felt like, you know what, this ain't going no damn well? And why am I even doing this?
Man, it's been a lot of times, man. I mean, and it's so funny, like, every time I feel like I'm at my end, it's like something might happen that's crazy and be like, wow, okay, you gotta keep going.
You
know what I'm saying? It's just like that. You know, I can't, it's crazy, man. It's a dope journey, man, just to be on. You know, like, I know a lot of people wouldn't travel. You know what I'm saying? Because it's tough being in the music industry. You know, people see it on TV and it look one way, or, you know, like you just see on Instagram how it may look, but people know, man, like, just me and myself, I had no idea that it take everything that it take. You know what I mean? Like, man, we've been out 3 clubs a night for the last 3 nights. We're going out tonight. We wake up tomorrow, 9 a.m., traveling about, I don't know how many different cities for the next couple of days. Like, it's real work, and you don't always get a paycheck on Friday, you know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know, but it's dope, man. I love it, and you know what I mean? Like, I just know it's all gonna pay off, you know.
That's one of the funny things about the game in general, because it don't matter what part you in, you do realize that it's still work. You see what I'm saying? It's work just like the man at UPS. It's work like the man at McDonald's. It's like work like the man at Walmart. And folks think that it's a game. You see what I'm saying?
It's fun though.
Oh, you having the time of your life. You're meeting all your favorite people that you always wanted to meet. I mean, you're getting fans, folks showing you love, but you everywhere. But then sometimes you got some haters on the horizon too that's waiting on you to come over there so they can hate on you. How have you been dealing with that?
I definitely been dealing with that, man. You know, close friends, you know, family, you know. I don't know, man.
Hey, man, family hate too?
Man, I done seen some weird stuff, man, just take place, man. It's like people not with you along the ride. You know, like at some point in your life they may have been with you. But then, you know, they leave for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? You on your grind, you doing your thing, and then 3-4 years later you pop up, you doing good. People feel like you supposed to treat them like they been with you the whole time. And it's like, man, you know, it's love. You know, I still got love for you. I still do anything, but you got to understand I put a lot of work, a lot of equity, a lot of sweat equity into this. Get what? You can't just get this off the rip. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind doing whatever I can do to help out. You know what I mean? 'Cause I want to see people succeed, but people have made me have to work for what I got. But I appreciate it. because it made me a better person.
Yeah.
It helped me build character. So I just always want to give people that.
Exactly.
You know, even my homeboys, like, man, I want people to get, like, you know the saying, you can teach somebody how to fish, or you can give them the fish.
Exactly.
I want to teach you how to fish, so you can fish on your own. You know what I'm saying?
But see, folks don't think that fishing is fun, though, Scotty.
Nah.
You know, when they find out that you got to sit out there on that dock of the bay for about 10 hours waiting on one little fish, they ain't trying to hear that.
Nah, they ain't trying to hear that.
You see what I'm saying?
Nah, but I used to fish, man, growing up, like with my pops, my aunt. So I understand it, you know what I mean, a little bit different. It makes sense in real life to me, just from that analogy of really fishing with them, man. It's like, I don't know, man, as a person, I just feel like you should want to personally grow. You know, you should want personal growth, and I just know that from music, it's just helped me become a better person, a better man, a better business person, just from some of the trials and the struggles that I've been through. Yeah.
How do you feel about the music as far as putting a message out? Because, I mean, when you got OGs like Gip around you that were message heavy and message conscious back in the day, how do you feel about incorporating that into your music right now?
It's just, for me, you know, I try to not focus on the message.
Yeah.
You know, I just try to focus on the life, you know, and just giving people my life and the people that I'm around life. Like, you know, it ain't always sweet, you know what I mean? We're gonna have our turn on times, we're gonna have fun, you know, we're gonna get ignorant. But we're gonna say some real stuff too.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And this just everyday life, just living, just being out. This is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we do talk about some positive stuff. Sometimes we on, you know, some other stuff. You know what I mean? So you know, that's just really, man, what I'm trying to do, man. Just give people the life, and hopefully you can buy into that and you can learn something from our love, you know.
Being a young entrepreneur and businessman, how's that been? Because, I mean, you know, you get into the game as a rapper, but you got to slick turn into a businessman to stay relevant. You got to really start thinking about marketing. You got to figure out where the budgets is coming from. How we gonna finance this project? How am I traveling?
Right.
How are you dealing with that side of the game?
Man, that's you know, that's one of the struggles of it.
Yeah.
You know, because that's where the game is going to, and depending on how far you want to be in this game, you have to be there. You know, you look at Jay-Z, you look at Nicki Minaj, you know, you look at Kanye West. Like, these people, I know they involved in the business of what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually like doing marketing. You know, that's one of the things that kind of fascinate me or whatever. Just being able to take something that may be simple and find the edge on it and make it where it becomes like social currency, where people can share it and they feel cool about sharing it. And so that's what I've been personally doing for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I read books on marketing. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, I read books on marketing. I wake up in the morning, I think of strategies, you know, because that's the edge you got to have nowadays. Otherwise, you just become like everybody else. You know, you end up just repeating what somebody else did if you don't have no other ideas of your own.
Exactly. How do you feel about the merch side of the game? Because, you know, beforehand, folks really wasn't dabbling with the merch, and that really wasn't going hand in hand with a movement. But now, you can't have a movement without no merch to go with that thing.
Yeah, nah, we got the merch game going. We got the Cool Club gear. It's been doing good, man. We just been pushing the classic tees now. So we gearing up to start some new lines and collections. We just put the Cooligan Fest tees out. You know what I'm saying? So those gonna be online. And I think, you know, you gotta have merch. You know, nowadays, if you want to be successful, man, as an artist, like, you look at artists like Tech-9. You know what I mean? Like, dude is making, I don't know how much money, but he making stupid money. You know, off of having his own merch game. I think it makes sense, man, for people to totally be able to buy into what you do and wear it, and just like any other big corporation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lastly, what's next for you though, Scotty?
Man, I'm about to drop a new project.
Okay.
At the end of the month.
What's going on with that, man?
Man, we're gonna put it out, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give you this scoop, man. You know, I'm gonna tell you a couple people I got on there.
Oh!
You know what I'm saying? Nobody else don't know this.
Yeah, tell me.
I got Devin the Dude on there.
Oh my God.
I got 8-Ball on there.
Crazy.
I got Boosie on there.
Stupid.
I'm gonna leave it at that. I believe that. I ain't gonna even name no more.
Okay, so wait a minute, Scotty. It sounds to me like this tape is gonna be the one.
Man.
Is this the one?
Hey, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's the one. I stopped doing that. Like, I'm like, man, I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna see how the fans respond.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when I linked up with TJ and I was like, man, I wanna do this, I wanna do this, I think this the record, I think this the record. He's like, man, look, let's put this tape out.
Yeah.
And let's see, you know, how the fans react to it.
Yeah.
And that's how Cloud 9 came about.
Ooh. Yeah.
So I'm just really following the same method. I'm confident in the music.
Yeah.
You know, I had like 60, 70 songs.
Ooh.
I narrowed it down to like the best 20, 25. So we've been, you know, going through those songs or whatever, but everything is done. Like, I never been this prepared to put out a project as I am now, you know.
Do you know the name of that project yet? Have you decided on that? Are you holding that?
Man, it's going to be called the Cooligan.
Ooh. See, I know you're just a hooligan, but see, you're too cool to be going by hooligan. I mean, I love that. I love how you put that together right there, man. I'm rocking with that.
But look, though, at the same time, guess what?
Yeah.
We made stuff Cooligan.
Oh!
You feel me? You feel me? So that's what we're doing,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But see, I almost forgot, because, see, you got a theme song, though, Scotty, that I love, man.
Which one?
That goddamn Cash Trip, man.
Oh, yeah.
How did that junk come about? Because that was one of them songs, Scotty, that when I cut that thing on, I had that feeling, man.
Right.
You don't get that feeling on a lot of songs, man. But when I heard that Cash Trip, I said, oh, my God.
Right.
He done figured it out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He just brought it just hard.
Right.
That track was stupid. I mean, lyrical content, I mean, just up there.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did that banger come about?
Man, that song, we was in New York. I forgot what year it was, but it was like maybe last year sometime. And I just remember being downstairs and dudes from New York was just really just bad-mouthing all the South Cats.
I don't even want to hear that still going on.
It's going on,
this late in the game.
It's going on, man. But you know what? I couldn't be mad because what they were saying was real.
Ooh.
It was like everybody sounded the same. And, you know, they didn't really know who was in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but they was talking about just the South in general, just talking about how everybody that was performing at this New York festival sounded like it was the same. And it just inspired me to want to make that Cash Trip, you know what I mean? And just kind of say things like, you know, what I said in there, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, that was the whole inspiration. Sledgerin did the beat, you know what I mean, from Taylor Gang.
Yeah.
And that's a song that a lot of people, you know what I mean, mention to me about. Cash Trip. Yeah.
I mean, but see, that's a good thing because you gotta have that kind of music that stick with folk. Because I mean, something that you could put on repeat is what's gonna have you in folks' mind for a long time. And then when folks just looking to pass some time, like, man, let me play that Cash Trip again.
Right.
That's my junk. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything you want to get off your chest before you get up out of this thing, or how can folks reach you?
Man, you can reach me at ScottyAtl.com. My Instagram is ScottyAtl, SCOTTY. ATL, that's my Instagram, that's my Twitter. Look out, man, for the new project, man. I got some videos on the way. I got one dropping, you know what I'm saying, called The Greatest Story Ever Told. Ooh. That's me and the homie Gerard. It's just like a tribute to Atlanta. I got another video coming with B.o.B. We did when I was in Houston. See, you ain't gonna say B.o.B. and not talk about that, man. I mean, what was it like getting in there with the bun, man? Man, B.o.B., man, that was probably like one of the biggest things that happened for me. Oh, man. He recorded his verse on the anniversary of Pimp C's death. Are you serious? Yeah, he recorded his verse on that night. Ooh. And we went to Houston, man. When we shot the video, you know, just being out there, man, we did the video at Frenchie's. So for people who don't know, Frenchie's is like the franchise staple of the Houston like chicken. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But nobody has done a video inside of Frenchie. And this is the first time they let us do it. Ooh. So, man, that video gonna be crazy, man. Bun had game for me, you know what I'm saying? I was about to say, what kind of game did you get from the Bun, man? Man, you know, it was more so how he really moved. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know, it wasn't what he said, but just him being humble. Yeah. Him, you know what I'm saying, being out there with the people. Yeah. You know, he talked to me about like what he does in college and how he teaches, you know what I'm saying, the students now about the game, you know, and stuff like that. You know, I ain't really go too much into asking him certain questions about Pimp when we was on set.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just being around him, you know, I didn't heard the homie, you know, say certain things, you know, in reference to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, you got the pass to say you trill.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, it's stuff like that to me that's like, wow, like, okay.
Yeah.
That's to be a homie right there.
I can definitely did that with Scotty.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming through this thing, my dog.
Man.
Wish you
You
nothing
already
but the best
know,
and
man.
much success.
You already
B Hot Radio Shout. It's out 107.9, man. Let go.